Good evening, friends. It's Rev Pat Bessie, and I'm here with Rev LeRoy Lowell to share with you tonight for our Wednesday evening meditation. I hope you've had a good day. It's been beautiful here, and I was with some of you at noontime, so some of you that were here with me at noontime may be here with me this evening. If you are, please put your name in the chat box so I can see who's here. I'd love to know. And before Rev LeRoy begins the meditation with you tonight, I have a reading that I would like to offer to you to prepare you for our time in the silence. And it comes out of the book, How to Let God Help You by Myrtle Fillmore, co-founder of Unity. Oh, I have Mimo, Carol, Lisa, Don LeRoy, Tina, Mary Beth. Wow, a great group here tonight. Glad to see you. I'm going to be reading just a little bit from the chapter 15, which is called The Secret Place of Spirit. We are on the threshold of a new heaven and a new earth, a new consciousness. John the Baptist came to herald Jesus Christ. He said, "Repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand." We know more than the people of that day understood about the kingdom of heaven. We are turning from the world of the outer and are coming into the wonderful place which is called the secret place of the Most High. Jesus Christ called this place the inner chamber. He said, "When thou prayest, enter into thine inner chamber, and having shut the door, pray to thy Father who is in secret." We do this in the consciousness of the Father's presence within. As we enter, we close the door of the outer senses and get away from the whirl of material activities. We feel a divine calmness. We gain understanding of ourselves. Let us take this affirmation to help us realize the Christ consciousness. God's perfect idea in me is now building a perfect body, and I am satisfied. I'll read that again. God's perfect idea in me is now building a perfect body, and I am satisfied. As the little germ in the seed brings forth its kind, so in each human being is put the divine image and likeness, the potentiality of bringing forth perfection in mind, body, and affairs. Jesus Christ is our example of perfection. He was the first to teach of the new birth, the new growth of mankind. In order to be satisfied, we first must have the perfect idea and then the perfect body. The silence is a kind of stillness, a place of retreat into which we may enter, and having entered may know the truth. We go into the silence by observing the instructions. Be still and know. The way really to know is to become perfectly still, to get away from the outer and from looking for things into the inner quiet where we are alone with wisdom. In the silence, wisdom is given for every need. Into the silence, wisdom is given for every need. So I'm going to turn this over to Rev LeRoy, but I want to say hello to Marie and Sally. Thank you both. Tina, happy to see everybody here tonight. And now I'm going to have Reverend LeRoy swap chairs with me.
Good evening, everybody. It's nice to be with you again. I think tonight we'll just go into that silence. I'll set it up and everything, but we'll just go into it. And I like to give this little deal before we start regularly. The mind, yeah. The lungs breathe, the eyes see, and the mind thinks. And when them thoughts come in, just let them flow through. A little visualization I like to use is when a thought comes in, just visualize it as a boat floating down the river in front of you. And just let it float down by you on down the river and go back into your silence, into your breath. The thoughts don't hurt us as long as we don't hold them. So what I'll do is I'll ring the bell 3 times and I'll lead us into the silence. And then in 20 minutes, I'll ring the bell 3 times and we'll come out and I'll do my closing piece on closing, and that will be the end. That's when we will end. Take a deep breath and just let it go. Sitting in your chair, feeling your feet on the floor, the chair holding you against your back, or you may be sitting on your pillow. Take another deep breath and let it go. Breathing in peace and breathing out peace. With each breath, feel yourself relaxing into your seat. And we'll use the breath as a centering piece. So thought comes into your mind, just let it flow past and on out and come back in touch with your breath and continue to breathe. One breath at a time. Staying centered. Feel the breath from the time it starts coming in your nostrils, down into your step, down into the pit of your stomach, into the pit of your belly. And breathe it back out. Feel it a little warmer when it goes out your nostrils on the exhalation. In the silence.
touch. Escape button. Escape button.
Remember, if your mind starts wandering, bring it back to the breath. We sit in conscious, compassionate silence and remember that compassion for oneself is the beginning of compassion for all.